My ex is dating someone new. Are we done forever? Hi, I'm Coach Abby. Let's dive right into that question because it happens all the time. Abby, he is dating. She is dating. She's with someone else. She's online. She's dating someone. She's doing this. What can I do? Are we really done? Not necessarily. But what it does mean is that you need to be patient and most importantly, keep your emotions in check. You cannot lose it. You cannot all of a sudden feel empowered to claim what are you doing, what are you not doing. It is their choice. It is their right. You must pull back and literally keep your emotions in check. This is so vital. You ask yourself, but Abby, if they love me, if they really love me, would they be with someone else? Well, that's a really difficult question to answer because obviously every relationship has its own component and its own unique, and we don't know, how many bridges were burned along the way and what have you. But it's really not a matter of love. The main reasons why people start dating immediately thereafter. Many times it's because they're afraid to be alone. They're vulnerable. They are looking, to get validation. They are asserting their independence. Or maybe, for whatever it's worth, they met someone during the time that they were in your relationship with you. And we immediately make them accountable for that and point fingers and how dare you. I suggest pulling back and I suggest just giving space enough time so that you yourself can evaluate what led them maybe to stray? I mean, where did you participate in creating that vacuum necessary for people to decide to move on and try a different partner? It's important, though, in the interim period, all our emotions are really at their worst. Our insecurities, our fear, our sadness, our loneliness. I mean, it puts your world upside down. But one thing that's very important, you must protect your psyche and your mental well-being at all costs, whatever that may be. And how do we do that? We have to really create an effort. Get rid of the photos. You have these photos that are popping up in your iPhone all the time. And you're saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I remember when we did this. No, don't self-torture. Get rid of it. Put it in a private folder. Try your very best to remove any type of evidence that that person was in your life. It triggers emotions. It hurts. It self-sabotages. The pictures, the emails, the texts, just don't continue to reread them and reread them and reread them. It's so counterproductive. And what we need to do is we need to make ourselves available in a strong way so that if and when they reach out, and they always do because they're curious. Am I saying that they reach out because they want to reestablish a relationship? Not necessarily, but they usually are curious. But that allows us the platform to start changing the dialogue, to once again remind them that, we were that person that they were extremely attracted to at one time, that we made them happy, that we had great times. It's not about what are you doing and why are you with her, why are you with him, what does he have that I don't have? None of the above. The contrary. When we don't even mention them, we literally remove their power. Anything that we give fire to, we fuel. It's not a good place. And finally, don't compare yourself to this person. You have to remember your uniqueness and that there's only one of you. No one can ever compare to you. Good, bad, or ugly, whatever it might be. But that was what attracted them at the first moment. So don't compare yourself to that person. Subsequently, if you start dating someone, don't compare them to your ex, specifically when you're still very much in love with them. That's literally not fair because you're compiling a an emotion to a circumstance. And you're also sabotaging the position or the probability that this other person might surprise you and might win you over. And it would be a situation that by comparing yourself to your ex's new person, or comparing your exes to your new person, excuse me, what we do is we limit our boundaries. We don't allow a chance to grow in the appropriate way. Let's talk about it. Don't be afraid. All of a sudden you find out she's dating someone else. Let's have a session together. Let me help you organize your thoughts. You'll realize it's not as bad as you really think. Lastly, and it's the silver lining of sorts, comparison is not really all that bad if and when they are in a situation and they start realizing that this person is not like so and so. And I remember when so and so would do something so much in a better way or what have you. I mean, we do that instinctively. It's not something that I promote, but we do that instinctively, and it works to our benefit. So let's talk about it through a one-on-one session. It would be my pleasure, once again, to help you define where you're at in this conundrum of sorts, and put our feelings on hold. Because when we are emotional, we tend to make very unwise and emotional decisions and behavior. Please do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel. It's for you. We do it for you. It's all about you. There's so many different topics that we try to dive into to offer you a leeway as you're traveling in a very, very uncomfortable situation, which we all, Coach Alex, Adrienne, Natalie, myself, are so susceptible to looking at it from a different lens, and through it are able to help you. Do not hesitate to put any comments in the area below. I will try to answer each and every one of them in a timely fashion. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.